Hi, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be doing some work with our legs, working on inner thighs, outer hip and glutes. So come over and we'll take a lie down. We'll start with the knees bent in front of you, and you want your heels in line with your tailbone. So if you were up against a wall, your feet would be up against the wall, back of the pelvis would be up against a wall, and then the back of your head. So laying all the way down on a long arm. If that's not comfortable for you, you can always make a little pillow for your head with your hands and have the top arm in front of you. Now before you start, it's always good to check your alignment, so it's worth it to just make sure you're positioned well. So take the top hip and make sure that it's reaching away, so you've got length on the waist and the hip bones are stacked. And then the other thing you want to be careful of is that the front shoulder's not rolling forward, so keep that nice and back. Now from here we're going to go into clamps. So you lift up the top leg, keeping the heels connected, and then bring the leg back and down. And lifting up and down. So what you want to watch is that you're not rolling the hip back as you bring the leg up. So it's really, you keep nice and still here and you just reach the knee up to the ceiling and then bring the leg back down. If you want to grab hold of your hip, it's always good feedback to check that you're keeping nice and still. So you can press down with the top heel into the bottom heel, and that can help connect through into the glute. That's it. So it's a feeling of resistance as you lift up, and also a resistance to come down, so the leg doesn't just collapse down. So breathe in as you take the knee up. Reach the knee up as far as you can towards the ceiling, keeping the hips level, and then breathe out to close. And again. And out. And last one like this. Good. Take your top hand and just rest it down on the ground, and we're going to lift the top leg up so that your legs are still parallel, and then with a flexed foot reach the leg away from you and then bring it in towards the front of your body, bending it right in, and then reach away, reach out through the heel and then bend the leg in, and reach away and bend in, and reach out through that heel and bend the leg in. So you want to imagine you've got a tray of drinks on your shin, and your shin has to stay parallel with the floor. So you don't want to knock over that tray of drinks. And flex the foot, reach out through the heel, and then bring the leg back in. Good, I think we'll do 2 more. Should be starting to feel that. Warming up your muscles. And then leave the leg out long. Point the toe, and you're going to draw circles. Imagine you've got some chalk or paint on the end of your big toe. So point the toe, and we do 5 circles in one direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 circles in the opposite direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bend that knee in and rest. Good. So now we're going to sit up and swivel the legs around and do the same thing on the other side. So lining yourself up, heels in line with tailbone, and then laying down. So reach the top hip away from you, so you've got a little mouse hole underneath and the top shoulder's back, and hold on to that hip if you need to check on your hip not rolling back. And we're going to lift up and lower. Breathe in to open and breathe out as you close the leg. And breathing in and and out. So as you're working here, always think about drawing the belly button in towards the spine. That keeps you really stable through your center, so you're not going to feel unstable or wobbling around. So concentrate on pressing the heels together, top heel down, and find a connection on the on your glute. Good. And that will do there. So now we're going to lift up the legs, so the legs are parallel, and reach that foot long, reach out through the heel and bend that knee in towards your body. And then reach out and in. So find length and then bring it in. Keeping the leg parallel to the floor. Reach long and then fold in. Reach and bring in. Reach and in. Two more. One and two. Right, from here we point the toes, and now we want circles about the size of a dinner plate. Keep nice and still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, bend that leg in. Give yourself a little rub. Right, coming up to sitting now, or kneeling. We're going to stretch out the front hip flexors. So coming up to a high kneeling position, and then step 1 foot forward, and you're going to come forward into a lunge. So you want the hip bones level, and you come all the way forward. Now you want to feel that you can activate the back glute. Just taking some nice deep breaths there, feeling a nice opening through the front of the hip. Reaching the tailbone down towards the ground. Shoulders are soft, nice and tall through your body. And then coming up out of that, let's take that foot back, bring the other leg forward, hips are level, and you come forward. Squeeze the glute of the back leg, drop the shoulders, tailbone reaches down, and just breathe in to your body, allowing your body to lengthen and relax and stretch. And then stepping back. Okay, thanks a lot.